Do you think you need millions of dollars for financial freedom? Most people are stuck in the rat race, working non-stop, living to work, and hoping to have enough to retire when they're too old. But what if I told you that you only need $500,000? $500,000 so you never have to work for money again. Wealth isn't about owning fancy cars or lavish mansions. True wealth is about owning choices, the ability to freely decide how you want to spend your time. When your passive income is sufficient to cover all your living expenses, that's when you achieve financial freedom. Let's start with the most conservative scenario, a 5% annual return. With 5%, you get $25,000 a year without touching the principal. That's about $2,000 a month to cover the most basic needs. But what if we raise the return to 8.5% by diversifying our investments? Now, you have $42,500 per year, equivalent to over $3,500 per month. The real secret isn't how much you have, but how much you spend. Someone who spends $3,000 is truly wealthier than someone who needs $10,000 a month. Because the lower spender achieves freedom sooner and more sustainably. Control lifestyle, inflation, the silent enemy of every financial plan. When you lower your needs, you increase the power of your money. How do you reach $500,000? The answer is consistency. If you save $2,000 a month, you will reach your goal in about 18 years. 18 years sounds long, but time will pass whether you do it or not. Start by cutting your biggest financial leaks. First is transpiration, one of the biggest money traps. An average person spends up to $600,000 on cars throughout their lifetime. That money is enough for you to retire and never have to work again. Buy reliable used cars instead of financing new ones that lose value. Next are small habits like daily coffee and eating out. $3,000 a year saved, if invested, becomes $800,000 in 30 years. The biggest enemy of cash is inflation silently eroding your wealth. To win, you need to generate returns higher than the annual inflation rate. If you generate 8% but only spend 4%, the rest will help your principal grow. This is how you keep your purchasing power from ever decreasing over time. Don't just save. Own real assets like stocks and real estate. The market will crash at some point. That is a certainty. But the secret of the free is that they never sell in a panic. When you only withdraw from profits, your principal remains safe to wait for recovery. Portfolio diversification is the airbag that protects you from every collision. Be patient, as the market always recovers and moves upward in the long run. Our biggest mistake is infinitely trading time for money. When you have $500,000, you are buying back your own life. You escape the system that treats humans as productivity machines. Time is no longer something you have to sell to survive every day. It becomes a gift for you to spend on the things that truly matter. Financial freedom gives you an ultimate power, the power to say no. Say no to toxic jobs and relationships based solely on interest, and the power to say yes to passions you once had to set aside. Life is no longer a race. It's a journey of discovery. You work because you want to, not because you have to. To keep $500,000 running smoothly, you need an intelligent allocation structure. 60% should be placed in stock index funds to leverage long-term growth, 30% into bonds or high-yield deposits for stability and cash flow, the remaining 10% in cash or gold, ready for unexpected opportunities. This combination creates a self-protecting and self-breeding ecosystem. Apply the 4% withdrawal rule to ensure you never run out of principal. With $500,000, you withdraw $20,000 a year and adjust for inflation. This has been proven safe in almost all historical scenarios. Even when the market goes down, this structure protects your survival. You don't need to be a financial genius. You just need iron discipline. 16th, watch out for sky-high fund management fees. 1% or 2% may sound small, but it will cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in the long run. Prioritize low-cost index funds with fees near zero. Money saved from fees is the most certain profit you can earn. Don't let ignorance enrich financial institutions on your sweat. Taxes are life's biggest expense. Learn to optimize them legally. Use tax-advantaged accounts like 401k, IRA, or similar funds. Keeping money in these accounts allows compound interest to reach its maximum power. A dollar saved from taxes is worth much more than an extra dollar earned. Be a smart investor who knows how to keep money as well as make it. 17th, automate everything so discipline is no longer a burden. Set up automatic transfers from your salary account to your investment account. Money will be invested before you even have the chance to spend it on something else. This system works silently even when you are sleeping or traveling. You don't need to remember, because technology will remember for you. Periodically rebalance your portfolio to maintain your original golden ratio. Sell off parts that have grown too hot and buy more of those that are cheap. This is the most scientific buy low, sell high strategy. Just do this once every 6 months, no more. This ease is the reward for a well-structured plan. 18th, once financial freedom is achieved, what will life look like? You no longer have to wake up to an alarm clock you hate. You wake up when your body wants to, full of energy and excitement. You have time for hobbies you once had to put aside. You can travel, learn a new language, or spend time with family. Work is now a choice, not an obligation. You can do the work you love, even if it doesn't bring much money, or dedicate yourself to socially meaningful projects you believe in. The fear of money will disappear, replaced by peace of mind. This is the ultimate goal, true freedom, not just financial. 19th, even when free, you must still watch out for traps. The biggest trap is new debt in the form of luxury consumption. Don't let complacency lead you to spend beyond the system's returns. Stay away from get-rich-quick offers with unrealistic return promises. Things that are too good to be true are often sophisticated traps. Discipline doesn't end when you are wealthy. It only changes form. Maintain the lifestyle you've established to protect the $500,000 capital. If you break the 4% rule, your financial fortress will collapse very quickly. Always be prepared for the worst-case scenarios of the global economy. Financial freedom is a marathon, not a sprint. 20th, never stop learning, as the financial world moves and changes at a dizzying pace every single day. No matter how good an investment system is, it needs a knowledgeable captain to steer through uncharted waters. Take the time to read books, attend courses, and research new financial technologies that are shaping the future. Knowledge doesn't just help you make more money. More importantly, it prevents you from losing the wealth you've worked so hard to build. Investing in your own intellect is the only investment that yields permanent compound interest and can never be taxed. Learn to distinguish between market noise and signals that truly hold value for your portfolio. Don't let sensationalist headlines shake the long-term strategy you've painstakingly established and verified. A wise investor always remains calm when the crowd is panicking and stays greedy when others are fearful. Your confidence must be based on real numbers and logical analysis, not on fleeting emotions. Remember, the market pays for patience and discipline, not for haste and ignorance. 21st, when your belly is full and your mind is at ease with the numbers, you will realize that the true meaning of life lies in giving back. Financial freedom is not the end goal. It is the launch pad for you to help others achieve the same prosperity you have found. Share your knowledge, experience, and hard-learned lessons to light the way for those lost in the maze of debt. When you help someone else become financially independent, you don't just change their life, you create a positive ripple effect that reaches future generations. A community of free and knowledgeable individuals is the strongest foundation for a prosperous and sustainable society. Don't just build a large bank account. Build a legacy of kindness and wisdom to leave behind for this world. Money can be devalued or stolen, but the values you have planted in the minds of others will endure through time. Invest in education, environmental, or healthcare projects, places where your money can create an impact many times its face value. True wealth is when you can close your eyes at the end and know that the world is a little bit better because of your presence. Live a life worth living, starting with financial independence and ending with mastering your own destiny and contributing to humanity. To prevent you from getting lost in the vast amount of information, I'll summarize the path to achieving your $500,000 goal into 5 specific and effective action steps. Step 1. Streamline your lifestyle. Become a master of minimalism by eliminating unnecessary expenses and focusing your resources on what truly creates long-term value. Step 2. Establish a multi-tiered income system. Never rely solely on a single salary. Build at least 2 to 3 different income streams to protect yourself from unforeseen circumstances. Step 3. Automate your investments. Turn discipline into a computer program, allowing your money to automatically flow into low-cost index funds every time you receive income. Step 4. Be patient with compound interest. Don't try to get rich overnight. Let time do its work and turn tiny seeds into financial giants. Step 5. Rebalance and optimize. Every 6 months, spend 30 minutes readjusting your portfolio, keeping your financial ship on track, and optimizing all taxes. Just follow these 5 steps with iron discipline, and the $500,000 figure will no longer be a distant dream but an inevitable mathematical result. Don't let procrastination steal your future. The gap between those who are free and those who are stuck lies only in who dares to press the start button right now. You possess the knowledge, you have the map, and now your entire financial future lies squarely in your own hands. Remember, the first $500,000 is the hardest, but it is also the master key to unlocking the life you have always craved. 26th. Look at the story of Alex, an ordinary office worker with a modest salary, but an incredible ironclad discipline. Instead of upgrading his phone or car every year like his colleagues, Alex chose to live below his means and consistently transferred $1,500 into index funds for the past 15 years. He didn't need to be a stock-picking genius. He just needed to be the most persistent person in the room where he used to work. By age 40, Alex officially hit the $500,000 mark and quit his job to spend time teaching his children about financial mindset and traveling the world. Alex is living proof that financial freedom isn't reserved for those born at the finish line, but for those who know how to manage their starting line. Then there's Sarah, who started accumulating from her very first part-time wages when she was only 22, with a modest $300 per month. Manny said she was wasting her youth by saving, but Sarah understood that time was the most powerful leverage she had in her hands. By starting early, compound interest turned the tiny savings of her 20s into a massive financial whirlwind by the time she reached 35. Sarah now owns $500,000 and the confidence to start her dream business project without worrying about the burden of daily living expenses. The stories of Alex and Sarah are not miracles. They are the results of a precise mathematical formula combined with unwavering persistence. 27th. On this journey, you will encounter no shortage of mockery, claiming you're living too frugally or daydreaming about an illusory freedom. Those around you may not understand why you'd reject lavish parties or expensive luxury goods in exchange for dry numbers on a computer screen. Remember, the majority are programmed to spend and stay in debt. So when you choose a different path, you will be viewed as an eccentric. Solitude on the financial path is the price to pay for a life that no longer depends on anyone at the end of the road. Don't try to explain your plan to those who have no intention of changing. Let your brilliant results speak louder than 1,000 words. The true medal of an investor is the ability to hold firm in their belief in the system, even when the whole world is doubting or fearful. When the market is in red and everyone is panic selling, that is when you need to be the calmest to execute the plan as set. View short-term fluctuations merely as small waves in a vast ocean that your financial ship is majestically crossing. Wealth is not built on sunny days. It is forged and strengthened during the most storm-tossed days of the market. Trust in math, trust in compound interest, and above all, trust in the power of the steadfastness you are tempering every day. 28th, saving alone isn't enough. To truly break through, you must constantly find ways to increase your core value in the labor market. Think of every new skill you learn as a turbo engine added to your financial ship, helping it race faster on the journey to freedom. Don't hesitate to invest in certifications, workshops, or quality relationships. These are the seeds for breakthrough income opportunities. As income increases, keep your spending stagnant. That entire difference is high-octane fuel for compound interest to explode. A leap in income combined with spending discipline can shorten your 18-year timeline to less than a decade. 29th, always maintain a cash reserve to be ready to seize opportunities when the market undergoes deep corrections. The greatest investors all know, true wealth is created when you buy valuable things at a discounted price during panic. Don't be afraid when the crowd screams. See it as the biggest clearance sale to increase your shareholdings in top companies. Every time you buy cheap assets, you are accelerating your pace toward financial freedom many times faster than in normal conditions. Prepare the mindset of a hunter. Wait patiently, observe carefully, and act decisively when the ripe opportunity appears before your eyes. 30th, never wait for a perfect time to start, because the truth is, the only perfect time you have is right now. A small action taken immediately is worth 10,000 times more than perfect plans that only remain on paper for next year. Open your first investment account today, even if the starting amount is just a meager $10 or $100. The greatest friction always lies in the first step, but once you overcome it, momentum will become your most loyal ally. When you dare to commit, the universe begins to operate to push you further, providing resources and confidence you never thought possible. Immediately write down 3 specific things you commit to completing within the next 24 hours to begin changing your own financial destiny. It could be canceling an unnecessary subscription service, or setting up even the smallest automatic transfer to a savings fund. Make a serious commitment to yourself that the person you are today will never go back to the wasteful and out-of-control lifestyle of yesterday. Your version, 10 years from now, will look back at this moment and silently thank you for the courageous decision you made tonight. Don't just stop at being a video viewer. Become the protagonist in the story of changing your own life from this very moment. You have traveled a long journey of knowledge and mindset with me. Now you are no longer walking in the dark. You hold a complete and brilliant financial map in your hands. Never allow the fear of small mistakes to stop your progress. View every stumble as an inevitable tuition fee on the path to your first $1 million milestone. Always engrave in your mind that true and sustainable wealth never lies solely in the lifeless numbers in your bank account. It is the absolute freedom to do what you love, to be with those you cherish, at any time your heart desires. Youth and your most brilliant years are the only opportunity to lay the solid foundation stones for that castle of freedom. Don't waste this precious life trying to please or impress people who don't even care one bit about your existence. Pour your entire mind and resources into investing in yourself, in your future, and in sustainable values that will endure through time. Every day that passes, ask yourself, what you have done to get one step closer to the most free and brilliant version of yourself. I absolutely believe you can do it. You possess an inherent power enough to completely change your financial destiny and your life. Start today, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but right at this moment. The $1 Million journey starts here. Sincerely thank you for spending your precious time watching this entire video. If you found these values helpful, please help me spread them by sharing with a friend in need. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so we can continue to accompany each other in future deep financial lessons. Leave a comment below sharing the biggest financial goal you commit to achieving this year. I would love to hear your story. I promise to read and respond to the best ideas and determinations from our community. Wish you a brilliant, ambitious financial journey, and may you soon reach the shores of the freedom you've always dreamed of. I am Nick Invests, and I will always be here to empower you on the path to conquering financial freedom. See you in the next videos. Sincerely, and goodbye. Don't forget, the future is in your hands. I am Nick Invests. See you at the peak of freedom.